What's up, man? We chilling tonight. Hey. I need to feel tonight, man.
Hey, man, where my radio, man?
Yeah.
I need you to turn that up.
Jamming tonight.
Turn on the radio. You and I turn on the radio. Yeah. When you're out in the hood, yeah. Turn on the radio. You and the cops on the radio.
Pull the way up like we in the club. Fly flashy, grown classy, so turn it to dub. Saturday mornings, no walk of shame, we fresh up. 950 lounge, that's my guilty pleasure. I don't miss my favorite show, I put everything on hold. Work the baby, even the babysitter know. When 950 come on, don't bother. I'm locked in 10 to 1, no problem.
When you're out in the hood, yeah. Turn on the radio. You and I turn on the radio. Yeah.
We're back on the ride, 950 Lounge. Still joined by the lovely Jessica Castro. Big thanks to Angela Lopez for her. Yeah. I didn't agree with everything Angela said, but some things
out.
She
crazy.
It's good info to know.
That's the kind of women we like.
She was serious though.
Oh yeah,
throw that Xbox
all the
out
way
that
serious.
window. I'm tight.
Like she bought. I wanted to die.
The brother to my far left really needs no introduction.
I don't want to date her.
Rap group Stetsasonic. He's got his own show, the Bobby Simmons Show, that gets thousands of viewers every weekday. He's a friend and family to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Just got back from LA. Want to talk about the Shazam Show, ladies and gentlemen. The homie Bobby Simmons.
Thank you so much. What's up, everybody?
What's up, bro?
How y'all doing? Boo. You still my man, though, but boo.
Man haters club.
Well in the back. But how was your holiday, man?
Actually, my holiday was good, man. There's a, you know, I'm glad that
got all your fingers, so you didn't.
Oh yeah. I've done.
Good to know.
That whole 4th of July thing, man. You know, since I lost my arm the last time, you know, this is not even real. You know, I stay away from all that nonsense, man.
They did a great job.
Yeah, they hooked it up though.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Hey, ain't that what we living in today?
Yeah.
You could put an arm on somebody and not even know that's an arm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no, but this is my arm, no, for real. This really my arm. But it was good though, man. It was good. I'm a lot of things that's getting ready to happen, so I'm happy, man. You know?
No doubt. Now, obviously, with the world saw you on Shazam.
Yeah, and everybody was. But let me explain something about that real quick.
I got something to say, but go ahead.
Let me explain, man. I swear, if you say what everybody else say, I'm walking out. I'm gonna drop the mic.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna drop the mic.
But drop it on your good arm.
Oh yeah. let me tell y'all about everybody. First of all, the show was taped. Right. You know, a lot of people didn't realize it was taped. You know, everybody. I mean, my phone is blowing up like, oh, you better win and you better.
So they thought that you was live.
Yeah, they thought I was live.
Really? And they were hitting your phone while you trying to win $1 million.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Good friends.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, yo, come on, like. And the crazy thing about it, man, is that people had to understand how the game is played. Mm-hmm. So now, I try to explain to everybody, just watch the show. And everybody's like, yo, don't let us down, don't lose. Well, number one, I didn't lose. I still came out with money.
Okay.
But
so I didn't lose.
Right.
Not the $1 million.
Right. Yeah.
But I still came out with some good money. Mm-hmm. Now, the other contestant, they're losers because they didn't win nothing. They got eliminated quickly. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to explain to everybody, did y'all understand how the game is played?
Right.
So people's like, oh, I thought you knew music. If you watched it, you realize I got mostly everything right. So it's how quick you hit the buzzer.
But the person you was playing with didn't know a lot about the music.
That's their fault.
Oh, well, no.
Blame her.
Time out. Yeah, time out, everybody.
You're mean.
I'm being real.
That's like rodeo.
Listen, she let the record play, but she didn't know about the music playing today.
Yeah, look, he's not the first. Everybody, let me explain it. Yeah, the whole thing with her is that, first of all, Shannon's my partner. We go back. Like,
way back, all
since
right.
the Menudo days, like when Ricky Martin was like really 11. That's how back we
When I
go.
had a hit
Cassette days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So she's my people, and we also discussed it like, yo, how we gonna get in this? And she said, well, look, the ones that I know, I'll let you know. The ones that I don't know.
There's only 3 songs she knew.
But the trick was that they taped different episodes. Jamie taped 3 shows in that one day. So what you saw, like if you saw 3 episodes, them episodes were shot that Saturday. We shot it in one day, 3 episodes. We was there 6 o'clock in the morning, and he was there until 11 o'clock that night, just shooting 3 episodes of the show. And what they did was they thought they were slick. They figured they put the segment where they throw these weird songs at us. But did you see the other episodes where they was giving funk and soul and R&B? I'm like, why you ain't give us that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Because we black.
Because
They wanted to
knew
make
who
it
you
tough.
was.
Right, exactly.
They knew who you was, and
It's
they
on
wanted to
Fox.
make
That's
it easy.
exactly
And that's what
It's
Jamie.
on Fox.
Yeah, you know.
We black?
And I was like,
They
come
didn't want to
on.
make it easy.
But what was cool though was that what Jamie said to me, he was like, yo, he said it's crazy. He said you spooked most of them because nobody would have never got most of those pop rock songs.
Right.
I'm a big
But you're a
music
music
fan.
guy, right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Now the girl, Christina, who actually won, she was actually really the one who won it. You speaking about why my partner didn't play, her boyfriend didn't play, and that's not even her boyfriend, but he didn't even play. You know, well, I don't even mean to put them on blast like that.
You already
You
did.
already did. You already did.
Did I do that?
Shout out to her boyfriend.
U.S.
yeah.
and Canada.
Did I do that?
Keep
All right,
going.
well, so she's cool people though. She's cool. You know what I'm saying? And y'all probably might know her because she's actually a reality star. Well, not a reality star, but a reality TV person. She was on VH1's. Remember the show Date Naked?
Yeah.
She was the girl, one of the contestants on there.
Broadcast next.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So she was on that. But
Did she have clothes on?
Oh, she had clothes on that day. You know.
That's why she won.
That's how they should have played the game. But what I will say about her though is that, and I gave her credit while we was there, is that one, I told the other contestants, because now I'm gonna put this on blast. The 2 guys who lost, yo, they were mad. They was cursing the whole time, like, oh, I came all the way out here to win some money, and I was only on TV for like 5 freaking minutes, and this game show was whack, and he was cursing.
Wow, really?
Because, you know, dog, you know, I explained to him, I said, it's how quick you hit the buzzer, man.
It's like
He didn't- he
name. It's like
didn't
name
read
that tune.
It's not about
Like
knowing the
MQ.
song. You
Right.
gotta be like,
It's how quick you. We go like all of us got Naughty by Nature hip hop already.
But let me ask you a question. Well, obviously, I don't know how does the setup go to get on the show? Did you have to like when you go to Family Feud or something, you got to go through a preliminary.
Yeah, it is a process of getting on
so
that
they
show.
didn't know that.
You talking about the other
Other-
contestants?
yeah,
Well, yeah, other contestants that they knew that Christina, she explained she felt bad because I'm gonna put these guys on blast because they ain't my friends anyway.
show is
Okay.
over.
But they ain't my friends. I mean, Christina's cool. We wound up becoming friends, but the other 2
She got the $1 million. You should
Word.
be friends with her.
Word up. That's why.
Let's call Christina after the show.
Word up. I'll be like, yo. But the other 2 guys, well, actually, let me say the other guy. I don't want the one with the boy head, he was the one that was spazzing. The other dude was just cool.
Right.
You know, and he was kind of making her feel bad. Well, not making her feel bad, but trying to make us all feel bad, like this game show was just, and it wasn't whack, man. I said, look, the bottom line is she was quick. When she heard it,
Right.
you know, if you saw it and you hit the right one, she was quick. And I said, that's just the bottom line, man. We can't spaz on people. You already knew the setup of the game.
Right.
Now, here's what she told me, all of us while we was there. She said, but you know, not for nothing, half of this music I don't even listen to. She said, what we did was we just went on YouTube, because they got the gig in March. I got the call in May.
Right.
So she said,
had a head start.
she had a
Had all
start.
this time.
Right. She said, what we did was,
She was prepared.
right. She said, what we did, we went on YouTube and we just looked for all the top 100 #1 songs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s,
Wow.
and we studied it.
Really?
She said, that's what we did.
You know,
Smart,
that show
that
was just like back in the days, Name That Tune.
Right,
When you
exactly.
just- I can name
Exactly. Except for you got to be ready.
Yeah,
You
hit the
can
buzzer.
hit the buzzer.
Damn, it's fast, and the orchestra would name that tune.
Right, exactly.
Right, yeah.
So I said to her, so should anybody be mad at that? If you was in school and you had to take a test, you gonna study for the
homework.
You did your homework,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Bottom line, you know, just
Yeah.
leave it at that. But it was fun. Jamie was really rooting for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of got that.
He was
feeling.
rooting.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, come on now, let's go."
Jamie wants you to rhyme another hit. That's
Right. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, come on, B. Like, when we went to commercial breaks, he's like, listen, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it, man. He said, if not for nothing, yeah, y'all still gonna walk out with something. But damn, hurry, try to get this up. I was like, yo, don't worry about it. We got this. But part of it is what you was talking about. A lot of people were saying, why didn't Shannon play? And she played, you know.
Well, she did the best she could.
Right, she played. And
let her music play.
Right.
Let the music play.
So it was fun. So a lot came out for me with that show. I didn't come out a loser.
Yeah.
I came out with some money
For the 10th time.
that we won't see until August. You know what I'm saying? Because
It's next month.
You
That's
never
right
be
around the
broke.
corner.
You got money coming. Never be broke.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But the cool thing that came out of it, man, is that me and Jamie wound up. The cool thing with Jamie is that he wanted me to let everybody know, like the audience know. Like, because and the people in the audience, he was like, listen, I do this thing where I sing in the middle of the set and stuff like that. But he said what's crazy is that we never had, like, entertainers on the show.
Right.
It's like if we have entertainers on, we'll call them out, Snoop or Mariah or Ham or whatever. But he says, crazy, I got a legend playing this game. He said, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So he said, what I'm going to do is that I'm not going to tell people who you are. When I come to you, I want you to tell people who you are, because he said people won't know who you are, man. They need to know who you are. And I was like, well, look. I mean, even when I come on your show, sometimes I would just say to people, this is what I've done. Let's just talk and play around. He said, nah, B. He said, yo, this is a national show. It's a whole new audience, and they need to know in his words, who the Stetsasonic is.
Yeah.
And he showed a lot of love and was like, look, man, let's just lay this out online because this is crazy. He said, he said his producer, Iris, told him that, because Iris didn't know who I was.
Right.
She was like, well, a guy named Bobby told me to tell you, hi.
Bobby.
No, but Iris is cool, though.
Hello, Bobby.
Yeah. She was like, you want me to tell you
Can I call
hi?
you Robert?
Yeah, That's
Bobby Brown?
She ain't no bigger than this neither. She like really short, holding up paper, her little notebook bag, and she told him, she said, this guy named Bobby said, he want me to tell you hi, and he met you years ago. He's from this group called Stetsasonic, and he said he looked at her like you saying it like you don't know who that is. She was like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
And he broke it down and he was like, you lying. He went to find out, was I really coming?
Right.
Wow.
And then when I spoke to him as they were briefing us before we got out there for the show with the other producers, he was like, yo, man, just tell people who you are.
Because when obviously, we've been talking to legendary Bobby Simmons, Stetsasonic, when obviously we know some of the same people now that we've gotten cool. So people say, Bobby going to hang out with Jamie Foxx. So I'm like, what? Jamie Foxx. So I didn't know it was a show. I'm thinking like maybe he's talking about the Foxhole. I don't know. I'm like, well, Bobby,
Ray Charles, tell me what I said.
So I didn't know what the deal was, and obviously I found later on about the show. So I'm like, wow, that's great. But that was the same week as the Grammys, or it was the same weekend you was out?
No, it was the same week as not the BET Awards. It was the Billboard Awards.
Billboard Awards, right?
Because we was invited to go. Well, I was flying back that was on a Sunday.
Right.
And I was flying back that Sunday, and he didn't even get to go neither because of the fact he had to tape another show.
Right.
Like he taped 3 shows in one day.
Because I had just heard him on Howard Stern right before you said you was going out there. He was promoting Shazam. And I know, again, some of the stories you learn about some of these people, I didn't know that he was that deep with the growing up in terror and some of the things he dealt with. So, again, like I said, phenomenal individual. And you did great on the show, man. I mean, we won $1,000, you was running around the stage.
He didn't win $1,000.
I didn't win $1,000.
No, the first.
Yeah.
You was the first,
You mean the first $1,000?
Right.
Oh, yeah. But you know why I got excited? I'm going to tell you why I got excited. I got excited because you literally got to sit there, and you know the delay that they do with. The delay is longer than what they show on TV. They edit it. Like, they literally wait to tell you who got it first.
Right.
And I'm standing there, and you see my hands going like this, who got it first to what's the name of? And it was October, and October's like, and then you waiting, and they're saying, Bobby and Shannon got it at one point. I'm like, yeah, baby, that's right. I'm nice because I'm doing that. Jamie was like, damn, you just won $1,000. I can imagine.
I'm going to win to
With $1 million.
If you win $1 million,
Turn it up in here.
he said, you act like, and they cut a lot of parts too because I told people I was from Brooklyn, and he's like, damn, I'm kind of scared of you. You gonna beat people up if you don't win this money. You from Brooklyn. Jamie was really funny, and one of the things about Iris, the producer of the show, that she was trying to explain to a lot of other people is that everybody else that came on the show was trying to get in cool with Jamie.
Right.
Get their cool points.
Got nothing to do with
Right. And she said, look.
He's just the host.
Just have fun with him. And that's why it worked between us. And in between the break, she kept coming to me saying, yo, y'all keep having fun, because he said, tell Bobby to keep having fun. And that's why, at the end of the show, he said, if you remember, if you watch it, Jamie said, after this segment, somebody's going back home to the crib. I said, why are you looking at us? And he said, because I'm just looking at the numbers. And he liked the fact that it was just people having fun with the game. Before, I got on, people wanted to have fun with Wanda, his characters, or the Ray Charles, and it's like, this is a game show.
Bro, I don't know why you're surprised. You're natural at this mic.
But I want to know, how did you end up getting on the show? Like, you really put in, or did someone
no.
came to you and said?
No, actually, the agency called, and actually, they actually called Shannon to put Shannon on.
Okay.
Shannon needed somebody who knew music. And out of all the friends that we have,
Right.
I'm literally a walking encyclopedia. Except for when we got in the car after the game show was over. And I remember Shannon, manager said, he was telling the girl and her boyfriend who won, he said, Bobby is a walking encyclopedia. He knows all about music.
Hold that thought, Bob. We'll take a quick break and come back and continue the conversation. And also what Sonic is doing. You just
okay.
The show. Bobby Simmons in the building. Non-Free Lounge, come on back. We're still chilling with Bobby Simmons, the lovely Jessica Castro sitting with us today.
So damn.
Shout out to everybody on Facebook, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Everybody's on Facebook right now.
Yes.
You know,
Facebook turned into a real business now. I remember people was like, I'm so over Facebook. Now it's like big biz.
Yeah, it used to be, you would just all your old friends and girlfriends that would get you in trouble.
Nah, Facebook had to come
Now
up.
you get yourself in trouble.
Now you get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
We were just talking off the set about Jay-Z's 444. You obviously, being a legend in the music game, I'm sure you have some opinions on it. People are saying that it's a song geared toward black men or black empowerment. Your thoughts on the project by Jay-Z?
Well, I mean, I heard it. I mean, I like it. I like the album. My thing is, though, man, look, man, listen, this Lemonade album, you know what I'm saying? I guess is what you could call it,
right,
or what people are calling it.
Right.
They're trying to darken it more. It's more of an empowerment to black men.
Iced tea.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Darker.
Yeah. So
Coffee.
yeah, I'm like, listen, man, look. I'm too old to be trying to play this game with you in Bay. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just go and do what you do. I know lyrically, Jay is definitely someone who I'm always interested in hearing to do something. Because that's we need someone like him anyway, especially with a lot of stuff that these other cats, what they call it, mumble rap?
Mumble rap.
So I'm very, very open and enlightened to hear something from. But is it the best Jay-Z album for me? No. So people can get mad and say, yo, B, you bugging. No, I'm not bugging, because you ain't bugging either. You know it's not the best Jay album either.
It's not my fault.
Right, exactly. But is it like, okay,
Entertaining?
Right, and you brought a breath of fresh air. Yeah, I can say that. 444.
Right.
Yeah, let's get 444 over with and get back to business.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we had Milk D on here last week.
My man, Milk is chilling. Get it,
We thought you was
man.
gonna call him. We said Bobby probably sleeping. He ain't
Man.
here. But he was in it. Obviously, we were talking about just the growth of rap, and obviously a colleague of mutual friend of ours in this show, Do It All.
Yeah,
just
we produced their
announced
first
the,
album.
He's running.
Just announced he's running for congressman in
Yeah.
Newark. So to watch the growth of some of your contemporaries, how does that make you feel from a standpoint that, hey, these guys are taking their hip hop, but they're taking hip hop into other vehicles where it's needed? I think the music has always been needed, but the music was definitely needed when Sonic and Run DMC and those groups put it out there. But now we need help in other areas, and these guys and contemporaries are doing other things.
Well, I mean, I think that's good. But you have to also remember, those who remember hip hop back in the days, when we were 16, 17 years old, we were already out in the forefront politically.
Musical struggle.
Yeah,
Guys
we
had a
was already doing
message.
it.
That's the difference. The guys nowadays, there is no message, and that's why I like 444 so much, because there's messages behind every single one of his songs, trying to tell people, listen, let's get ourselves together. Let's go back to the way rap was back in the day. Not to say we can't make it more modern, but have a message behind what you say, and not just talk about, I got a gun, I sell drugs, and I got a lot of cars.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about that though, man, is that, and again, I'm not taking anything away from Jay. He definitely is one. First of all, I'm getting my bragging points right now. I might as well get it because nobody won't give it to me. People like Jay and
Richard.
I'm just saying, because sometimes, and I learned this from Jamie too, man. He was like, yo, sometimes people forget.
Yeah.
And guys like Jay-Z and them and 50 and them, man, like between me and Ralph McDaniels, we gave them work.
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, between me and Ralph McDaniels, because MTV, and those who had MTV, because I make fun of people who had cable and we didn't, those who had MTV and was watching BT and all that.
Rock, with rock and roll.
You didn't see 50 Cent. You didn't see Jay-Z in the morning there. You didn't see MOP in the morning there. You watched us for it. You needed us to show you what was going on in hip-hop then. And guys like Jay and them seem to well, no, I don't want to say that Jay, because I haven't seen Jay in almost like 3 years, 2 years. So I don't want to say him. So let me use guys like Diddy and them. They seem to forget. Can people hear me? I said people like Diddy and them.
Talk about it.
I'm just saying. I don't want I don't want to make no mistakes. You know, so when it does get out there, I don't want people saying, "Yo, what's up, yo, Kev? I heard some, yo, your man P said." No, I'm saying that they can hear me, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying when guys like Diddy and them forget that. When you had Mary J. Blige, oh, thank you very much. When you had Mary J. Blige, and I was doing my
Start again from the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't know who was coming
Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. Can y'all hear me?
Go.
When I ain't gonna start it. When you had Mary and them, you know, and y'all needed help, and BT was like, "Who the hell is a Mary J. Blige?" We, myself, and Ralph McDaniels, because I don't want to say just me, introduce these people to the world. But y'all seem to have forgotten about me and Ralph McDaniels. Literally forgot about us. So to coincide to your question about do we think it's cool that these rappers of our peers are, you know, getting back in the forefront? Yeah, we was always there.
Right.
Ralph was always there. Chuck was always there. Stat was always there. We was already in the trenches doing this.
There's a reason why 20, 30 years ago, the rap artists were 15, 16, 17 that are now 45 and other ages.
Right.
But today's...
I'm 36 though, okay.
And you look it, brother.
Go ahead.
We talked about that on your show. We don't give away the secrets. But today's young artists, today's millennials don't speak that.
Well, yeah. But I kind of wanted to answer his question about when he says about how rappers today don't really... The reason why rappers today don't have nothing to speak about because they actually have nothing to fight about. Right. I'm talking about politically. Anything they want to fight about got something to do with some nonsense that has nothing to do with uplifting anybody. You got to remember, we was there when Yusuf Hawkins got killed. We was there. And we was in the trenches making it known Yusuf Hawkins got killed. You know what I'm saying? We making noise. Al Sharpton, what's up? You pump up your chest. We was there. The rappers, we was there.
Now you taking selfies.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so it's different with us because, and I have to say this real quick too. The projects ain't really the projects no more. Sure. When we was in the projects, it was literally, we was in the projects now was like, it's like,
Fancy.
It literally is fancy enough. You get a new stove. You get a new stove and a new refrigerator. Yeah, this ain't the project.
Just they got awnings in the project over the ceiling.
They got grass and flowers now.
You got a cell phone?
And beds and all tables.
So think about it.
Work.
Exactly. The thing about it is that they have nothing. They have nothing to really to. They happy with it now. We wasn't happy with Brownsville, but it literally was, and the Bronx was the hood. Literally, the Bronx was like a A-rap zone. Anybody that was born from 79 to 80, you go to the Bronx. It didn't look like
South Bronx, yeah.
It was
abandoned buildings.
Yeah. Literally, walk the Bronx.
But I think today is a new struggle.
Well, so you need to tell me about it then.
And that's why I'm saying, because that struggle is different, but we're not hearing it from today's artists.
They don't know
They don't know nothing to talk about.
Exactly.
They don't know nothing to talk about. I mean, I like 4-4, don't get me wrong, and Jay, you want to speak some good stuff, don't get me wrong. But everybody praising him. He was not the first rapper to talk about something with black power or strength. And I feel like everybody's like, oh, yeah, Jay, he doing A, B, and C. And then everybody forgetting about all the past great rappers that was talking about what was going on in the issues and black empowerment and going into black business, supporting your black business, this, that, and the third. Yes, I praise you maybe for some of the younger generations that's coming up. But I don't feel like he should be getting all the praise. Like, oh, he's like coming out the box with something new. He's not.
Well, something always recycles.
Right,
you know,
I mean, I just don't feel like all the extra praise. Right. He's getting on that album is really just.
But we should be appreciative to him that the fact that because it got lost, he's reintroducing it again.
Right. Give him that.
You know what I'm saying?
People are going a little extra. And I'm
Plus he's relevant.
But he's relevant.
And that too.
And the thing is that his lifestyle, people look at him, look at his wife, look at the way he is, strong black family, trying to do something productive, admits his wrongs, trying to tell people this is how you're supposed to live. What message? Who's even said any of that? We keep going to the old school, but in the new school right now, for these young kids and for the people who grew up on the old school, who's even saying that? There is no old school.
That's part of our fault.
You're admitting you're wrong. You're admitting you're wrong for that dollar, though. Because if you really wanted to admit you're wrong, you don't need to put either one of you. Don't need to put in the album.
We got to take a quick break because we got to let the WRN audience off. Real quick, Bob. We're going to continue this on the other side. Okay. But real quick, give your information real fast.
Well, yeah, everybody, please, you can check me out, man. I still do my show, The Bobby Simmons Show, which is on FRPLive.tv. Check me out every Wednesdays, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And actually, you can check me out on my radio show, Party 101.9. And real quick before I get out, I do want to put this out there on your show first. Two things. One thing I want to put out is that there is a project that I'm in the works with Jamie Foxx for the new television show that actually we just locked in together. So
you Eddie Murphy, and I'm all sending you home.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we just locked something in, and so it'll look. We'll see what it looks like in October. Amazing. And then also, Sonic, we're going to be in New York at the Blue Note coming up in September. We're doing 2 shows.
Really? That's what's up. So before you mentioned the Jamie Foxx thing. Congratulations on that.
Yeah,
That's
man.
a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, man.
You know, and again, like I said, man, you know, obviously your personality and presence, getting to know you a little bit through this, you know, last couple months. You definitely have it. So whatever you do, man, you can say you're gonna be great at it because you've already been great. So it's a continuation.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm more excited about. You know, it's crazy when I talk to people and they talk about the new things I'm doing. I'm more excited, man, about the whole Sonic thing because you know we one of those groups that. And I was on the phone with Daddy-O yesterday. You know, prepping for this Blue Note. Shows that we got coming up.
We gotta get Daddy-O up here.
Well, yeah. Well, he lives in Houston, Texas now.
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
Welcome Carmelo.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but we was talking last night, and he said, "Yo, man," he said we're the only group, at least old school group, that people rarely see. And then when they do hear that we coming out, people come out. Right. And I said, well, that kind of works for us because of the fact that at least we don't burn our bridges of the market. But I'm excited now to really do an entire tour of us out because a lot of people never got the chance to really see us do what we do. So
we gotta talk about pay-per-view with that, bro.
Well, we with that too. I mean, one of the cool things that I told he said this to me when we was on the phone yesterday. He said, "You being on Shazam just made our sales go up."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
exposure.
Exactly, because what happened was Jamie had mentioned, you know, I know who you are, and tell us about Sonic, and it made people go look. For
Use the Google.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So by him setting that up, and Daddy-O said it to me. He said, "Yo, man," he said, "by you being on there, you know," he said, "So we really need to."
It was some white kid in Houston, Texas.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mama, I can't find it on Google.
But that's funny because in our record we spell our name. Sometimes we say if you can't say it all, just say stat. That's our record.
That's what Rodeo would do. Just stat.
Right. That's good. Right, you know, right?
Yep.
Right. That's what we say.
S-T-I.
No.
Stop.
Just say stat. I'm trying to.
There you go.
Just say stat.
If you can't say it all,
But
just
you know
say
what?
stat.
Last week, I think we learned that Daddy-O had a big part in Milk D's career.
Yeah, actually, we actually, well, he did. We both actually produced that album.
Yeah.
Daddy-O did, of course, the monster hit Top Billin' that everybody sampled. I did a cut on that album called When the Two Is on the Mic. Me and Milk did together. So actually, that was our very early stages of producing records back then. Even while we was in the midst of working on records.
You realize that song that you produced he said gets the most.
Yeah.
Play.
It does. It does. It does.
Daddy-O probably got a nice big house in Houston.
But Daddy-O had a big house everywhere. Even when he was living in Daddy always went big, man. Even when he was living in Brooklyn.
Daddy-O.
Yeah.
No, women say, where's Daddy? Daddy-O's right here. You know what I'm saying?
Even when he's living in Brooklyn, man, and him and his brother Kedar Massenberg, when they bought that condo and stuff like that. And the crazy thing about it, man, is that the reason why I said what I said about Diddy is because in the beginning, we talking about the late 80s, like 89 into 90s, those guys kind of looked to us to lead them into doing certain things. And I tell this story all the time. I think I told the story on your show. If you don't, I said it was us that helped Diddy when he needed help with his artists. For an example, I give you a perfect example. Some of y'all probably listened to the Mary J. Blige record, Real Love Remix.
Yes.
Daddy-O and Biggie were friends. They lived across the street from each other on Putnam and Gates in Brooklyn. They lived across the street from each other. So when Puff asked Daddy-O, yo, since we use your sample in Real Love, yo, why don't you do the remix and why don't you rap on it? And Daddy said, nah, you should let your man rap on it. Biggie, at the time, Biggie only had Party and Bull out.
Right.
He said, you let your man Biggie rap on it. And Biggie, I never forget that day. I was at Daddy-O's house. Daddy-O had a studio in his house because Daddy-O's so short, his ceiling is short. So we had,
You didn't have to share that with everybody.
I'm just saying. That's how I remember his studio. And Biggie, I never forget, Biggie cut those vocals in his house, in that basement, in his basement studio, in one take. And if y'all remember the record, it's to look up in the sky, it's a bird,
It's a plane. No, it's Mary Jane and a damn thing.
What do he say at the end of the record? Peace to Daddy-O and big up to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Wow.
He freestyled that. He didn't write that. And I remember Puff said, yo, double that. Meaning double your vocals on
Yeah,
that.
double right.
And Biggie was like, double it, man. Nah, you doesn't sound good to you. Daddy was like, nah, Daddy got this attitude where he acts crazy. Nah, that's dope. That's dope. Leave it just like that. That's dope. We're going to cut it just like that. Play it back. And he played it back. And what you hear on that record is a one take.
Nice.
They didn't have to do it over and double it. It's a one take.
That's
You're
how
getting
he,
some
that's how
music
he was so
history.
great.
Yeah.
Because
You
he
know-
just could rap at the drop of a dime.
Yeah. You know what? The thing is that I remember y'all was talking about earlier about this whole thing with Jay-Z's
Right.
his album and everything else. The one thing I can always say when I'm looking back at a lot of stuff back from when y'all was out there, like you and Sestastonic, and also with Public Enemy and the rest of y'all guys, y'all had a lot of activists back then too.
Right.
That helped guide y'all, like Ozzy Davis,
Right.
and a couple of the other ones out there and everything else. I think that's what's happening with most of the newer ones now. They don't have those people that really trying to help them and then try to say, okay, let's use your music to help motivate other people. That's why I think that's what's really going on now.
The sad thing about that is that we're here.
Yeah.
And we try, and most of us do try to talk with some of the one thing that I have to say real quick about 50 Cent, so I'll never forget that the BET Awards wanted to do this segment in the show where they wanted the new school rappers to do something on the stage with the old school rappers. And I never forget, 50 said it loud, right in front of all of us. Told the producer who was producing, said, nah, I'm not doing no performance with these, because if we do it with them, it's gonna make us look old.
Wow.
So I'm saying that's their mentality. That's what these young kids' mentalities now is. Yeah. So if a brother like me wanted to walk up on one of these young dudes and be like, "Yeah, I'm from the old school, but yo, I can help you guys. I could be." They'd be like, "Yeah, but if I'm hanging around you, then I'm gonna look old."
Perception, people.
But see, that's the problem. They don't know where to
learn a
learn
thing
from.
or
That's
two.
where you got to learn from. It's from the old. How you gonna learn something?
But you're a part of that because you're more around the younger cats. You're supposed to be one of the dudes that's like, "Yo, but this is B from Stetson Sonic. Y'all need, it's like you gotta also help because right now." I can talk all I want to about, when we made our records, and they can be like, but you'll be talking about ASAP Rocky, and they'll be like, word, son, and there'll be more vibe, and you gotta be the one to say, I know about ASAP, but yo,
Y'all don't know about A, B, and C.
exactly.
I remember that because I went to my cousin's house and he had all this like whole little crew, and I said, wait a minute, what are y'all listening to? I made him go on YouTube. I started putting all these old school songs on, and their mouths are just dropping. I'm like, all that's music you listening to now? This is really came from. This is the real here.
Right.
And it gets their minds flowing. They'll accept it eventually.
Right.
But it's the way you bring it to anybody. That's the way you put it on the table.
Exactly.
And you show it to somebody. Whether they're going to eat it or not, that's up to them.
Exactly.
But at least you got to put it on the table in front of them to understand it.
And that's to answer your question because we're still here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're still trying to the reason why I kind of survived most of the old school Stetsasonic thing it's because of the fact I had a television show that kept me relevant with young kids who was watching my show when they was like 10 years old. So by the time they 10 years old, I'm already in my mid-20s. So now that they reaching 30, it's like, I remember watching you as a kid, so they only remember me more as from Flavor Videos than from Stetsasonic. Yeah. So I kind of rode relevant. And then now doing more television shows and even doing the Be Shazam, now young kids be like, oh, I saw you on Be Shazam. Yeah. So I'm still rolling over to a younger generation. Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that's why I'm kind of safe with some of the young kids or something like that, or they'll go on YouTube and find some of my old skits. So, works for me.
It's safe to say you go to the restaurant, you get a free meal now.
Nah, that didn't happen for us when we were in there. Nah, it didn't happen for us. But he did say, "Yo, what's up, Bob?" I was like, "Yeah, how you doing,
the
man?"
Bill right here, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
That ain't work.
It didn't work.
Here's some extra fries.
Hey, I wish it would have worked.
I know we gotta get you out of here, man. And every time you come here, we learn something new. So it's appreciated.
Well, I love telling my stories to y'all, man, because of the fact that I ain't put no book out yet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, you know.
Reading on Monday. One more time, Bob, where can people reach out to you, find more information about you?
Well, definitely, please, everybody. I'm a social media guy now. I wasn't before, but now I am. Y'all get me up on my Instagram, which I play with a lot. BSBVBK. That's actually Bobby Simmons, Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
So I did a BSBVBK.
I thought it was bull, you know.
Somebody said that to me. A rapper said to me. He said
5 years ago, but I came up now. Yeah, but, I'm a Christian.
But that's where you can find me at. Everybody, Sharon. But y'all can catch me. Y'all catch me on my radio show, Party 101.9, Monday through Fridays on that 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And again, you know, check me out on FRPLive.tv, man. I'm really into the streaming thing, man. I was a non-believer, but I'm a believer now.
You're living proof of that with the numbers of that. Like I said,
you know what? I just want to ask Bob one quick thing before he goes. You're gonna plan to do another self-destruction album?
You know what? Okay, Kevin. I know you want me to get out of here, but I got to say this from real quick.
Go ahead, bro. I didn't want Marley beating me up.
I'm sorry.
I got to say this. We've said this hundreds of times, and the 50 Cent thing coincide with it. Mm-hmm. And I'd say Daddy-O talked to KRS-One about doing it. KRS was like, you put it together, we'll make it happen. So D went after all the new rappers and asked them to be a part. See you shaking your head because you already know the answer. There's your answer.
Well, just do it with the old rappers again.
Which I'm glad you said that, because I was going to say, do you still feel a sense of responsibility with the old school rappers, you know, just hitting the music game hard, where a lot of the young rappers, instead of just sitting a little bit behind the scenes and just watching it unfold? But you already answered the question.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's not that we weren't going to be on a record. Maybe we was, maybe we wasn't. We just wanted to get a newer generation, you know, because again, here's a record that was out almost damn near 30 years ago, and we're looking at the same. No, that was 89. And we're looking at the same thing.
Oh.
I mean, come on. Kumo D said the dopest line on that record.
Yeah.
He said, I never should have to run from a black man. He said, I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, so I shouldn't have to run from a black man.
Yeah, why don't you just do it again with yourselves? I mean, and then make the new people just look at it and say, oh, you know what, we better do it too.
Yeah, but it's important.
Mindset.
Exactly. It's important, but it's important to get them involved.
Pass the baton. That's what it's all about.
There you go. It's you know.
I mean,
and that's why I'm saying we are still here trying to grab. And 50 played a part of that. Saying that to all those young kids, I was right. Chris Brown was there that day too. All of them. Saying it around all of them, it made them feel like, word, 50 right. Oh, but you down to do something with Michael Jackson. He old.
Right.
You down to do something with Sunshine. He old. You ain't got no problem with, oh, I'm sorry. Michael was relevant.
Right.
So you need that Michael space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I say this, and I'm dropping the mic after I say this. All these cats are a bunch of phonies in the music industry because nobody wanted to work with no old school artists, none of these old school singers or rappers.
But they sampling
until R. Kelly made a new adventure out of Ron Isley.
Amen.
Because everybody was like, nah. Even Snoop. Snoop is my man. Me and Snoop is cool. But Snoop was like, I'm going to get on there. Where's my Uncle Charlie at? And he got Charlie Wilson involved. But prior to that, think of all the rappers. How many R&B old school artists that you saw on these rappers' records?
Yeah.
None of them. Until R. Kelly said, yo, I'm telling you, I can make you relevant again. And he did. Even Ron Isley said, I didn't come up with Mr. Biggs. That was R. Kelly's idea.
And they sampling their music.
Exactly.
They don't even realize whose music they sample.
So I'm saying guys like 50 of them could have played a very big part at helping some of these old school artists revamping themselves, being cool with them.
Yeah.
But, you know, again, he's 50.
But you know what? But 50 now old. So,
but that's how they're gonna look at him. But but the thing about him, he's still relevant because he got that show Power. So to them, he's still relevant, and he plays a role that still speaks to them. He's hood, you know, and he pretty much played a role that his movie was about. So he's relevant to us, to even young little kids. Remember, even young little kids who are 10 years old, even though 50 is old to them, but the role he plays is so fascinating. He plays a hood on Power, and he's selling drugs, and he just shot his son, and he's corrupting his son. Little kids find that fascinating.
And that's sad.
And that's scary.
It is sad. It is sad.
It doesn't leave the TV
a
box.
great thing.
It goes into the
real
street,
world.
the lifestyle.
And you
Exactly.
think that's the real life when
So-
not the real life.
Well, Bob, you can say you got a platform, brother, and
Well, that's why I try to come in and show as much as possible
I
and yell at people. Y'all hear me?
That's a Simmons, all right.
he's our modern day Little
Simmons
Richard.
right here,
That's right.
baby. SNS.
Y'all see my sister?
We happy. we colored.
Brother,
They all
I'll see you
colored.
on Monday.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you.
I
It's
thank
always a
y'all.
pleasure. Bobby Simmons, ladies and gentlemen.